Good afternoon from the Mountain Weather Information Service. This is your forecaster Jeff Monk looking at the planning outlook on the mountains for a week or so ahead. Broadly speaking, over the next week we're going to have westerly winds on the mountains, often strong, often gale force, particularly across the Scottish Highlands, and indeed probably one or two periods of storm force winds. After a very mild start with rapid thaw of a week, there are going to be 3-4 cycles. Having said that, on the summits in England and Wales, only briefly, only occasionally, will summit temperatures drop below freezing point for any length of time. There's also going to be precipitation everywhere, mostly rain over on lower slopes in Scotland and even up to higher summits most of the time over England and Wales, albeit that precipitation considerable over West or Northwest Highlands, but generally not a great deal at all over easternmost mountains in Scotland and also across Wales and the southern Pennines. So that's what we're looking at. So I'm going to show you some charts, some isobar charts to begin with, courtesy of meteoseal.fr. Isobars at 1 millibar interval, so there's a lot of them, but where they are clustered together over the Irish Sea and into Scotland, the wind speeds very close to gale force. So a windy day, but what this doesn't show is that it's a very mild day on Monday, albeit starting to cool later on, as we'll see in a minute. Just taking you quickly through the week on Tuesday. Again, the isobars getting closer together, westerly winds getting closer together from the west as yet another Atlantic low steers towards northwest Scotland. By Wednesday, that's gone past the Shetland Islands, and we've got very strong winds, severe gales, storm force winds probable across the Scottish Highlands. A little less windy further south, a marked drop in freezing levels on Wednesday. By Thursday, another low. Now, at this stage, there is uncertainty on that track. One or two of the forecast models take it a lot further, perhaps across central or northern Scotland. So a lot of uncertainty at this stage, but it will be rattling on eastwards, and there are likely to be very widespread storm force winds in association with it, besides considerable precipitation. By the time we get to Friday, that low, whatever its track, will be out towards southern Scandinavia and we will have cold northwesterly winds. So what does this mean in terms of, first of all, freezing levels? Here's Monday. The British Isles is embedded in reds and purples, which means that the freezing levels are very high indeed. The snow, such as it is, still lying mainly across Highland Scotland, will continue to thaw much of a weekend, and particularly on Monday under very strong winds. However, on Monday lunchtime, you can see that there is some blue air, and it's the blues we're looking for to bring the freezing levels down to around 900 metres, beginning to envelop northwest Scotland and pushing across the Scottish Highlands during the day. But it is 3 thaw cycles. Very quickly, Tuesday, the cold air will have crossed Scotland, gone out into the North Sea, and it's getting mild again. Wednesday, back to cold air. How far south will it come? Probably as far as Cumbria, perhaps as far as North Wales. So a cold day with snow showers frequent across the Scottish mountains, snow on higher summits, Cumbria perhaps into North Wales as well, but probably quite a lot of snow over those western mountains on Wednesday. Through Thursday, Friday, as lows continue to come through, that quick oscillating of freezing levels continuing, but really, as I said at the beginning, only rarely will there be significant drop in freezing levels, except temporarily down as far as Wales. Finally, let's look quickly at the rainfall. This is Monday, and as a cold front, we mentioned that the freezing levels are beginning to drop off northwest Scotland. The cold front somewhere across Northern Ireland, central Scotland on Monday. We're getting slightly different answers. This is actually the French model, which when it ran previously 6 hours ago was somewhat slower, but it's fallen into line now with some of the other models. So clearing up as the day goes on across Scotland. Probably just as the precipitation finishes, snow on the highest summits on Monday afternoon across Scotland, and then snow showers coming in. Patches of drizzle and rain over England and Wales, and copious low cloud. In other words, western summits cloud fog covered from lower slopes upwards. As you come inland, the cloud base a little bit higher. Tuesday, I'm not going to go on with this because there's going to be rain passing through quickly every day through the week, but on Tuesday, perhaps around the middle of the day, the next front beginning to bring deterioration into Western Mountains. But really, what I'm going to say with this rapid progression of lows, once we've gone past Tuesday, any chart that I put up is going to be sort of plus or minus 6 hours. So really broadly just saying considerable precipitation over particularly the Northwest Highlands, also the West Highlands, but otherwise much less precipitation as we go eastwards and southwards through the week. But a good deal of it on the Northwest Highlands in particular will be of snow, down at times to a low level. So over the next week, do enjoy your time on the mountains.